I am about to rip these 3 collector booster boxes of Lorwyn right open. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Here we go. Here we go. The headliner. The serialized card is a Bitter Bloom Bearer. Libby, put a little image on the screen. That's the target. That's the hit. There are going to be plenty of other hits along the way, I'm sure. But that's the one everybody wants. Let's get into it. At the time recording this, the set has not been fully spoiled. In fact, very little spoiling has actually happened so far. But I've read a good amount of the cards. So if you watch my first video, which was more like a set review, this won't quite be that. This is going to be a much faster paced shredding of packs. That said, why am I taking so long to shred a pack? Because I can't, because okay, because I'm great at opening packs. The short answer is that's why. All right. Oh, can we zoom in? Got some zoom on you? There we go. Let's get in there. All right. Let's see what we can hit in our first rare here. And we have Champion of the Klakan. As an additional cost to cast, behold a Kithkin and exile it. Kithkins get +1/+1, flash 4/5 when it leaves the battlefield. Yeah, we brought it back. Champion, basically. Subterfuge. Harmonized Crescendo. Choose a creature type, draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. Doran Besieged by Time in the special frame here. Sapling Nursery. This is the rather bizarre art treatment, and it has affinity for forests. Art card. Fire 2. Ooh, well, when you go from the back, you find things sometimes. Looks like our big foil is Sig the Wanderwine Wisdom in the special art treatment, showcase art treatment. We got Deceit. Yeah, it's one of the new evoke incarnations. Return up to one other target online permanent owner's hand, or black. Target opponent reveals their hand. Choose a card, they discard it. Nasty card. Very nasty card. Champion of the Path. As an additional cast, behold an elemental. An elemental you control enters, damage equal to its power to each opponent. And it leaves the battlefield, return. It's 7/3. Bang. The Reaper King no more. Doran Besieged by Time. And then we'll just get through the commons, uncommons. Deceptive Deep Channel Duelist. You can go back to front, I suppose. Art card. Big one. Boom. Deepway Navigator, but you saw that. This is arguably significantly bigger. We got a couple double-faced. Oh my gosh. Oko, a Lorwyn Liege, Steam Vents, the double-sided Steam Vents. Very nice. Sinister Gnarlback. Look at all the double-faced cards in this one. Brigid Dawn's Mind, Brigid Klaken's Heart. I should probably just not go that direction, since it definitely reveals all of the cards. Not a lot of suspense when you know that it's a double-sided card coming. And here we go. What's it gonna be? Celestial Reunion. This is like Green Sun Zenith, right? As an additional cost to cast, you choose a creature type, behold 2 creatures of that type, search for a creature card with mana value X or less, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle, but if its additional cost was paid, reveal the chosen type, put it on the battlefield instead. Wow. And we got Dreadtiller, Abigail, Mirrormind Crown. I don't know this one. As long as this equipment is attached to a creature, the first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of equipped creature. It's a funky card. Definitely feels commandery, but I mean, what can't you do with that? Glenalendra Guardian, super flashy. Bring back Glenalendra Archmage in a way. Here we go. Flitterwing Nuisance. I don't know this one. One blue flying 2/2 enters with a -1. 2 and a blue. Remove a counter, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, draw a card. Value. Hello. Solid. Abundant Countryside is in the commander deck. Sunderflock. Grub's Command. And a Bree of Clan Stout Arm in the extended art foil. Lorwyn. I don't know when I'll release it, but I did order a box of original Lorwyn to open since I never got to open one before. So look forward to that. Sig's Command. Impulsivity. Selfless Saferight. Celestial Reunion. That's another one. This one in the special frame. Champion of the Weird. And the token. So yeah, there'll be a box of Lorwyn in the future. Maybe I'll also get some of the other Morning Tide Shadowmoor sets, which I also never opened. Champion of the Path, regular frame foil. Belonging, extended art. Raiding Schemes, extended art. Grub Storied Matriarch, showcase art, double-sided. Oh! Okay. At the time of recording this, I did not know this was a card in the set. Whoa. What the heck? Fracture Foil Bloom Tender. For each color among the permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color. By the way, sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, hashtag MTG Ambassador. I was sent this product by them to make content with. This is content. Wow, that is a sweet card. That has to be a chase card. It has to be. It's a Fracture Foil Bloom Tender. Anime style Fracture Foiled Bloom Tender. That's got to be insane. I'm a lucky boy today. All right, can we also get the serialized Bitter Bloom Bearer? That would be insane. Here is Mutable Explorer. Make ourselves a mutable token. Always happy to see more of the land cycles. Champions of the Perfect. Lorwyn Imperfect Naturalist. Special guest, that is a Regal Force. And our token. I've opened 2 of the special guests. They've both been the Regal Force. I think they're telling me to play it, which is funny. I didn't actually own a Regal Force until I opened them. And I've got a pretty big collection, so that's a weird one to be missing. Thunderweft Lieutenant into Mountain into Soul Immolation. That is having trouble focusing, Lamentation. Mutable Explorer Showcase. Tristan Callus Cultivator, double sideys. Shadow Urchin, extended art foil. It's just the first box. We got 2 more after this. Dawnhand Dissident. What is this card? Look at the abilities. On a 1-drop, 1 black and you get this. Tap Blight 1, Surveil 1. Tap Blight 2, exile target card from a graveyard. During your turn, you may cast creature spells from among the cards you own exiled with this creature by removing 3 counters from among creatures you control, in addition to paying their other costs. Is this a value engine or is this slow and clunky? I'm honestly torn. What an interesting card. You gotta try it. Grave Venerations. Sonar Innovative First Year Extended Art. Catharsis. This is a Mythic Elemental Incarnation. This one, if you pay white, gives you the 2/1/1 green and white Kithkins. And if you pay red, creatures you control get +1/+1 and haste until end of turn. And then we have Selfless Safe Right. I've already opened this version, this art of the card in foil. So this is my second one of these, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure it was the only one. Yeah, it's the only version of this type of art I've opened. I'm not covering the Bloom Tender. Bloom Tender, you get to hang out and smile at everybody. My first box had a ton of the Shocklands. Let's see if we can pick up our Shockland count. Goliath Daydreamer. Wickersmith's Tools. Hexling Squelcher. The spell can't be countered. It's a 2-mana 2/2. Ward, pay 2 life. Spells you control can't be countered. Other creatures you control have ward, pay 2 life. Nasty. Spry and Mighty. 4 and a green sorcery. Choose 2 creatures you control. Draw X cards, and the chosen creatures get +X/+X and gain trample until end of turn, where X is the difference between the chosen creature's powers. So pay off for having a big and a little. Interesting. Collective Inferno. Double all damage sources of the chosen type deal. Yeah, that's a Convoke card. Last one for box 1. What will it be? Oh, another version of the card we just saw. Spry and Mighty. Springleaf Parade from the Commander set. Goliath Daydreamer, different art. Winnowing, extended art. Ooh, okay. That is a different style. Yeah, this is similar to the Selfless Safe Right. Yeah, okay. And this is Spine Rock Tyrant, a mythic dragon, a 6/6 flying wither. I have seen this card. When you cast an instant or sorcery with a single target, you may copy it. Yep. Those spells gain wither. Pretty cool. So, Spine Rock Tyrant. In a fancy pantsy art. And that is box number 1. Let's begin on box number 2. Why is the first one always the hardest? There we go. Come on. Come on. Hey, what we got. High Perfect Morcant. Huge with the elf crowd. They seem very excited about this card. I've never been an elf ball guy, but I can see the appeal. Village Pillagers from the Commander set. Extended art. Warning Aria. Extended art. Kin Binding Showcase art. And wow, suddenly we're cracking these all over the place of this styling. Bloodline Bidding. This is Convoke, choose a creature type, return them all to the battlefield. That is some Nightmare Fuel kind of art. Wow, look at that. That is crazy. But yeah, I went from not seeing many of those. Now it looks like it's a set among the mythics. So... like, we've got these three, so I assume there's also the mythic in white and the mythic in blue. Can we open all of them in this run? Let's find out. Something double-sided. Oopsie. Spine Rock Tyrant, there's your regular art for that card. Grave Venerations, Figure of Fable, Soul Immolation, Tristan, Token. Thoughtweft Lieutenant, Swamp, Taster of Wares, Wickersmith's Tools, Lava Leaper, Glenn Alendra's Answer. I love this card. I have seen it. We got the showcase one here. Can't be countered. Counter all spells your opponents control and all abilities your opponents control. Create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying for each spell and ability countered this way. Storm off, get wrecked. Beautiful card. Hexing Squelcher returns. This is the showcase art but foil. Common, uncommon. Champions of the Perfect. Dread Tiller. Champion of the Weird. Tam Mindful First Year. Flitterwing Nuisance in Showcase. And foil. Nice. And token. Sometimes I fool myself into thinking that the token is, you know, one more rare. It gets me. It gets me pretty often. Here, we could do this first. But there is the small risk of removing the card that we want to see. That we want suspenseful. To be a suspenseful reveal. Gloom Ripper. Subterfuge. Ashling's Command. There's a Steam Vents. Not a foil, but it is the cool showcase double-sided Steam Vents. And Champion of the Path. Love double-sided dual lands. Did they do that anywhere else with the shock lands? Make them double-sided? The Unfinity ones weren't like that, right? They were just spacey. Okay. There we go. And coming. Oko in the regular art. Our second Oko out of 2 boxes. Regular art has even more aggressive abs. Isn't that something? And the backside, I mean, double the abs. Abs on abs. Jeez, oh Pete. What are we coming to? Bristlebane Battler. Bree of Clan Stout Arm. And the extended art foil High Perfect Morcant. Wonder if there's a showcase art for that card. Pull the token. Common. Mirror form. Oh yeah, each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of a non-aura. What a crazy card. Another bit of nonsense. Anti from the precon. Disruptor of Currents. Brigad's Command. And there is our extended art foil Endblaze Epiphany. X damage to target creature. When that creature dies, exile any number of cards from the top of your library equal to its power. Choose a card exiled. Until your next turn, you may play it. It's an exciting little card. A little card advantage built into your Fireball style instant speed removal spell. Problem, honestly, is just that Fireball isn't as good as it used to be. It's really hard to line it up to kill something if you're on the draw. And you have to pay a mana and then start paying mana for the damage. Deep Way Navigator. Lamentation. Scuzzback Scrounger. Deep Way Navigator Extended. And another Bloodline Bidding. This is a Fracture foil though. So this is the next level of this art style that we're seeing, the actual Fracture foil version. If it's like the other sets, those Fracture foils, they hit hard. They are usually very chasey chase rares. I'm still gonna keep my cool anime Bloom Tender on top. Common chameleon. Bloodline Bidding, regular. Elemental Spectacle. Sig Wanderwine Wisdom. Tristan Callous Cultivator. Sig's Command. We're gonna do 3 boxes in less time than it took me to do 1, actually reading all the cards for the first time. Still curious if you guys like that video or prefer this. Deep Channel Duelist Swamp, and then we get to Kinscare Sentry. Kinscare Sentry. Ah yeah, this is the one that attacks and then sneaks a creature in. I think this card is stupid. I can't wait to see how it plays out, but on first read, this is a terrifying card. Belonging. Adept Water Shaper. Maralen Fey Ascendant. Painter's Servant Special Guest. Wow. Guys, are we ready to combo off on some people? Classic Scarecrow card there. That's the foil special guest? Yes, it is. Very cool. Not a Regal Force for a change. What was it? What is the card with Painter's Servant that mills your whole deck? Grindstone? I think so. Pretty wild combo. Coming. And there's Sinar, the innovative first year. Beginning of your first main phase, reveal cards from the top of your library. X non-land cards, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. For each of those colors, you may exile a card of that color from among revealed cards. Shuffle, cast the exiled cards this turn. You do have to pay their costs. It's a cool card though. The off-nabbed goat, which I think is best card in the commander set personally. Bloodline Bidding. Chronicle of Victory. And then we get Glenolendra Guardian. So we get another look at that kind of showcase, that different style of art frame. It probably has a specific name. I use the term showcase on everything, but they usually have a special term. Last one of this box, and then one box to go. Coming. Champion of the Weird. Springleaf Parade. Kinscar Sentry. Formidable Speaker. And we get an extended art foil Winnowing. For each player, you choose a creature that player controls, then each player sacrifices all other creatures they control that don't share a creature type with the chosen creature they control. Not bad for a Convoke card. Heck of a payoff if you only have a certain creature type. And they don't. They don't. All right, we got piles on piles. It's going well. Time to finish the run. Box 3. Will this have the headliner? The only way to find out is to crack the pack. Didn't have trouble with the first one that time. That's character development. Temple Garden. Gorgeous. Amazing. We got Ashling the Limitless. Twilight Diviner. Brigid and Adept Water Shaper showcase art. Champion of the Shoal. Do I know this one? 3 in a blue. 4/6 as an additional cost to cast Behold a Merfolk and to exile it. When this enters or becomes tapped, tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. When this creature leaves the battlefield, you get the card back. Not quite a misbound click, but it's a pretty thick body. 4/6. Elemental Spectacle. Collective Inferno. There's our Hallowed Fountain. Yeah. And Disruptor of Currents in showcase art foil. The double-sided Hallowed Fountain. Look at that. So cool. Ah, the best land. From the Shockland cycle, anyway. So good to have it in standard. It's been painful without it. And we got Abigail. Eloquent First Year. Off-Nab Goat. Dream Harvest. Each opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they have exiled cards with total mana value 5 or greater this way. Until end of turn, you may cast cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost? Oh, this might be wild. I mean, it's an expensive sorcery, and it's definitely more of a commander card, but oh my gosh. Is this your own blue-black Itali as a sorcery? That's nuts. Endblaze Epiphany. Deceit. Is this the foil Deceit? It is. Showcase extended art foily. Beautiful. Good pack, good pack. Good pack for a blue-black mage, that's for sure. Somewhere Grim is smiling. And we get Harmonized Crescendo. Bear a 4 from the commander set. Flitterwing Nuisance. Gloom Ripper. And Champions of the Perfect. Then what we got? Go baby go. Tristan's Command. Ah, the green-black command. I have seen this one. Rain Slicked Cops. I keep thinking corpse. Champion of the Klaken. Let's release the Klacken. Whoa, do we have another Bloomy? Look at that. Glenalendra Guardian and another Bloom Tender. This one not so fractured, but still, I'm sure, a desirable card. So here we go. And what else we have here? We got the Morning Song Aria, Eventide Shadow, Sig's Command, Riss the Evermore. Do I know Riss? This version of Riss? I don't think I've seen this one. This is a 2/2 with flash for 2 rare. When it enters, another target creature you control gains persist until end of turn. White tap, remove a number of counters from a creature you control. Interesting. A way to bring it back and then save it even more so later. And just another cheap legend. Every cheap legend that's printed opens up more like possibilities in Commander with cards like Relic of Legends. And when those find their way to Standard, they go off. There is the extended art foil Dream Harvest. Now that we've seen it, we may as well see it again. Seems like a really, really powerful Commander card. Like, much like Breach the Multiverse when it first came out, I put it in every Commander black deck for a while. Is incredibly powerful. This might be even more powerful against the right kind of opponents. Who knows how many ramp pieces you'll cast. Let's go with Sapling Nursery. That's the affinity for forests rare. Puka's Covenant. Whenever another creature you control with a counter dies. Oh yeah, from the commanders. Yep. Kirill, Attentive First Year. Aurora Awakener. I still think this card is busted. You guys saw me open my first one in the other video. And then Grub Storied Matriarch in the extended art foil. There's something up with this though. Look at the bubble. Like they're almost popping off the card. That's a really good foil job. That is very cool. It is really something. I am feeling so Lorwyn. It is hard not to look at these cards. They did a really good job on like the art and the styles of adding that like spooky fairy tale vibe type thing. It's just the vibes, guys. Okay, we got Catharsis in regular frame. Very cool. Abhorrent Return. Rhymefire Torque. The High Perfect Morcant. And Champion of the Klacken. I still want to say release the Klacken, and I really hope that's right. Let's pull the token on this one. The art card. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I want to keep it very suspenseful. This will be a good one. We got Grub Storied Matriarch. Jubilation. Taster of Wares. Spinerock Tyrant. And Tristan's Command. Okay, so maybe it's a card I've had before. No disrespect. All right, this one. This one's the one. This one's gotta be it. We got Ashling's Command. It's a cool card. Impulsivity. Slumbering Walker. Dawn Hand Dissident. Collective Inferno. So there you go. We had another rare in the very, very unique take on the art. Showcasey art. Yeah, 2 to go. Can we hit more fracture foils? Our last chance coming up to get the showcase card. We got an Oko. I mean, that has to be good, right? Getting the Elk/Oko emblem here. That has to be good. What a sign. This one, guys, will definitely be the one. Rhymefire Torque. Rimfire Torque? Rhymefire Torque? When it enters, choose a creature type, permanent you control the chosen type enters, put a charge counter, remove 3 charge counters. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. Huh. It's pretty wild. Which types like this? Wizards? Sinister Gnarlback, Shadow Urchin, Overgrown Tomb, double-sided, and it's Fracture. It's Collective Inferno. Well, I mean, it was there. Wow. Okay. Well, people do like dealing double damage if they like doing it with Convoke in a typo nature. A Fracture Foil Collective Inferno might be on the menu for them. That's nice. And we finished the job. Last pack, last chance for the showcase card of the set. Can we hit it? We got Bristlebane Battler. The one that enters with 5 -1/-1 counters. I just hadn't seen the regular art of it yet. Mass of Mysteries. Sapling Nursery. Morning Tide's Light. And one more. Twilight Diviner. Well, hey, it's an elf cleric. Foil. Showcase art when it enters Surveil 2. I bet the big hit for sure is Fracture Foil Bloom Tender. I think that will be a very desirable card, and always happy to have a good time opening some cards from the new set. So thank you to Wizards for making me an MTG ambassador and letting me make videos like this for you guys. Thank you to those who stayed till the end and watched. I appreciate you guys a lot. As always, my friends, you're cool.